Male reproductive system. The process by which sperm reach the urethra is something simple to understand. The spermatozoa leave the testicles, passing through and using conductors which are found in the seminal ducts that are found in the epididymis, where the sperm will finish maturing and then go through the vas deferens and then reach the ejaculatory ducts, which they pass through the prostate and finally reach where we are interested, which is the urethra. Path of sperm from the testes to the urethra. And we can see an image of the male reproductive tract. Function of each organ. Testes are responsible for making testosterone, the primary male sex hormone, and for producing sperm. Epididymis. It carries and stores sperm cells that are created in the testes. It's also the job of the epididymis to bring the sperm to maturity. Vasa deferentia. The vas deferens is a long muscular tube that travels from the epididymis into the pelvic cavity to just behind the blade. The vas deferens transports mature sperm to the urethra in preparation for ejaculation. Seminal vesicles. The seminal vesicles make a sugar-rich fluid that provides sperm with a source of energy and helps with the sperm's ability to move. The fluid of the seminal vesicles makes up most of the volume of your ejaculatory fluid or ejaculate. Prostate gland. The prostate gland is a walnut-sized structure that's located below the urinary blade in front of the rectum. The prostate gland contributes additional fluid to the ejaculate. Urethra. It has the additional function of expelling semen when you reach orgasm, where the penis is erect during sex. The flow of urine is blocked from the urethra, allowing all the semen to be ejaculated at orgasm. Function of each organ. Bulbotrial glands are pea-sized structures located on the sides of the urethra, just below the prostate gland. These glands produce a clear fluid that empties directly into the urethra. This fluid serves to lubricate the urethra and to neutralize any acidity that may be present due to residual drops of urine in the urethra. Penis. The primary functions of the penis are urinary and sexual. The sexual function of the penis can be described as two stages: erection and ejaculation. Scrotum. The scrotum is the loose pouch-like sac of skin that hangs behind the penis. It holds the testicles, also called testes, as well as many nerves and blood vessels. The scrotum protects your testes as well as providing a sort of climate control system.
Hypothalamus and pituitary gland. In the hormonal regulation of the male reproductive system, there are 5 principal hormones evolved from the hypothalamus. The follicle-stimulating hormone, it helps because it stimulates the spermatogenesis. Luteinizing hormone is a main factor that helps by stimulating the production of testosterone. Progesterone, its main functions in men are to regulate glucose levels in men and prevent hyperplasia in the prostate. Gonadotropin, it helps stimulating the production of follicle-stimulating hormones and luteinizing hormones. And finally, estrogen. It helps with the spermatogenesis, modulating libido, and is essential for erectile function. Now we have the female reproductive systems. The oocytes are produced in the ovaries and serve to provide nutrients to the embryo. These, when leaving the ovaries, are transported to the uterus through the fallopian tube. And here we have some organs, and well, they are labeled in that image. And to conclude with my speech, here we have an image of the female external genitalia, which consists of the mounds of the clitoris, the labia, the anus, the hymen, vagina, and urethra.
Now, function of each organ of the female reproductive system. First, we have the ovaries. They are 2 small glands which are responsible for forming and storing ovules. When an egg is fertilized by a sperm, a pregnancy can occur. Now we have the oviducts, the fallopian tube. They are tube-shaped organs and are located on each side of the uterus. Its function is to carry the eggs from the ovaries to the uterine cavity and allow sperm to enter from the external genitalia. The uterus is a muscular egg organ which is the woman's pelvis. This organ is important for gestation. Therefore, the uterus is in charge of keeping the fetus alive during a pregnancy. Now we have the vagina, which is a long muscular tube that lies at a 45-degree angle to the lower back. It receives the penis during sexual intercourse and serves as both the birth canal and the exit for the monthly menstrual flow. Now we have the cervix. It has a cylindrical shape and its role is important during sexual intercourse and during pregnancy. During sexual intercourse, it helps the sperm to reach the uterus, while during pregnancy, it is responsible for protecting the baby by closing and the opening to allow the baby to come out through the vagina. Now we have the endometrium. It is located inside the uterus and is responsible for housing the baby during a pregnancy, in addition to ensuring that it receives the nutrients it needs. In other words, it is responsible for nourishing it. Now here we have a diagram of the hypothalamus and pituitary gland. The hypothalamus ultimately controls the functions of the testes because it secretes a hormone called gonadotropin releasing hormone that stimulates the anterior pituitary gland to secrete the gonadotropic hormones that control the testes. The gonadotropic hormones are follicle stimulating hormone FSH and luteinizing hormone LH, and they are found in both males and females. Now we have the two cycles, the ovarian cycle and the uterine cycle. First, the ovarian cycle includes a series of events that occur during and after the maturation of an oocyte. The ovarian cycle consists of the follicular phase, ovulation, and the luteal phase. The uterine cycle consists of the menstrual, proliferative, and secretory phases. Day 1 of the menstrual cycle is the first state of the period, which lasts for about 5 days. The uterine cycle involves a series of changes in the endometrium of the uterus to prepare it for the arrival of a fertilized egg that will develop during the birth. The uterine cycle governs the preparation of maintenance of the lining of the uterus to receive a fertilized egg. These cycles are concurrent and coordinated, normally last between 21 and 35 days in adult women, with a median length of 28 days and continue for about 30 to 45 years. Now we have the relation between the uterine cycle and the ovarian cycle with the hormones secreted from the ovaries during the ovarian cycle control the events of the uterine cycle about a week into an ovarian cycle. The developing follicle increases its secretion of estrogen, and estrogen's level in the body begin to rise. This hormone triggers the cells of the uterine lining to proliferate, and the lining becomes thicker. Male and female reproductive systems to explain how to use different methods of birth control and how they work to prevent pregnancy. First, we need to talk about vasectomy. Is the one of the most effective methods for the male reproductive system to prevent pregnancy. It consists on stopping the sperm getting into a man's semen by sealing the tubes to carry the sperm from a man's testicles to the penis bud and doesn't protect against STDs. Now we have the tubal ligation is one of the most effective methods for the female reproductive system to prevent pregnancy. It consists of the fallopian tubes being locked permanently to prevent pregnancy.
Now, The abstinence is a method that completely protects from pregnancy and STDs since it involves two people not having sex. Both male and female condoms are one of the most effective methods to have protect sex since it helps preventing pregnancy and also protects from STDs. The male condom is placed on the penis when it's erect to keep semen from entering the vagina. And the female condom consists of two rings. One connects on the cervix and the other one stays outside the vagina to cover the genital parts. The IUD is a small T-shaped device. It is inserted in the uterus to prevent pregnancy. Next, we have the injection. They have hormones that helps avoiding pregnancy by temporarily stopping ovulation. The diaphragm is a barrier method that goes inside the vagina and prevents sperm passing through the cervix. Natural family planning. It consists on tracking the ovulation to know fertile days. And finally, we have the emergency pills. They temporarily stop the ovary from releasing the egg. And that was all for our presentation. Thank you and goodbye.